What's up, guys? Back in today with the final episode of Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Looking forward to today. It was a fantastic episode last week, quite emotional one as well. Lovely finishing sequence in a pretty depressing episode, but looking forward to seeing what we got today, especially considering the preview showed quite a few. A little bit of a tongue twister there. Showed quite a few flashbacks. To previous moments of the season. I think more so than being like a recap or anything, it's just trying to hide what this episode has in store, which I think it's almost going to be like a bit of a soft reset in a way of Jinshi now being seen in a different light by everyone, now being in his actual position, and hence his relationship with Mao Mao is going to change quite a lot, unfortunately, which is a shame. I think what we might think, I'm being very presumptuous here, but I think in maybe future seasons we might be look back and be like, damn, I really took for granted all those kind of somber, kind of low risk kind of times with Jinshi and Mao Mao and their kind of relationship during season 1, for example, where it was just quite lighthearted and not so serious, and now it's got all sorts of implications, which we saw Mao Mao kind of consider early on in the season with like Frog Incident and all the kind of issues that could come of a potential relationship between the two. But yeah, looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Rest in peace, Shisui. I saw some people commenting on like if her name was actually like Shisui and Lolan, and it's almost like, come on, guys. We had a whole moment where Mao Mao literally was like debating in her head whether to call her Lolan and Shisui, and it was like a big moment during the last couple episodes. And her name's Shisui because that's the lovely girl that Mao Mao became friends with. That's the real person. Lolan, maybe this is just my interpretation, but Lolan was just again like a conjured kind of person, a kind of noble consort that wasn't actually who Shisui was. Shisui was the girl that loved bugs and really nice. Yeah, she just kind of had to play Lolan even to the end here. Also, thanks for the comments last week. Plenty of stuff I missed, including this being not just like a declaration from Shisui, but actually like a thing that's going to last on Jinshi to remind him of her kind of lineage and the sins of his grandfather. The old emperor. I gotta say, especially anime characters, they always look better with scars. A lot of the time, they look cooler. Scarring Jinshi's pretty womanly face. Not her name. Definitely. Get these kids out alive. Get these kids out alive. be one of the last opportunities we get to kind of be like this, honestly. For a while, I assume. Well, obviously until season 3, but I'm talking like even into season 3. I didn't even remember that. Good memory on him. Yeah. I'm a person that kind of likes the scars I have. They tell a story. Yeah. Say that out loud, would you? Okay, say that out loud, Mama. Oh no. Jesus. Looking intense right now. Looking intense. Oh shit, the kids are waking up. Kids are waking up. Are they waking up too early? Or are they not waking up? Oh, there's one breathing. Crap. So again, just on this point, because I had arguments with loads of people about the whole Jinshi, Mao Mao, or I'm not going to go into that again. There's people that saw it as creepy. There's people that, from me, I think there's different perspectives from like women and men. And yeah, I was just arguing with a lot of people over it. I think it's easy to get the wrong idea from something like this. Like Jinchi was looking intense there. People get some kind of like R wordy vibes at stuff like that, and like it's just like in context, like especially now, this guy is like heir to the throne of the country. He can do. We saw the previous emperor literally can do whatever the hell he wants and get away with it. He can have his way with these girls. Like yeah, we've seen that. It's like Jinchi could very well do stuff like that if he wanted to. I think it's again. I can understand why, especially again because the look in his eyes, it almost did feel a bit creepy. But it's more of it feels intense because it is so intense for him because he wants to put it like he's already got past like getting his true person out there, like his true who he actually is. Like he's had to already kind of forego his illusion of a eunuch for Mao Mao and I think it was mostly for Mao Mao, but also for this whole kind of mutiny going on. Again, I think it was more so for Mao Mao. He's had to do that already, so it's just like we're seeing his resolve and he's trying to overcome like the nerves and such right here, more so than it actually being something like creepy. I can understand why you might think that, but I think that's very surface level to take this scene like that, to be honest with you. And again, I was just arguing people for ages about that during like the frog sequence and such, and it really annoyed me. People just put it in that category. Again, it's just very surface level, almost disrespectful to what's actually kind of going on here to the characters. But this is just like me talking who watches it as reactions. Like if I actually got to watch it on my own time as well and pay even more attention and see even more details, there'd probably be plenty more I could unpack from this as well. But yeah, I'll try not to go on another rant about all that stuff. But yeah, there's genuinely people out there that like hate Jinchi because of stuff like this, and it's like, yeah, I find it kind of crazy. So this isn't even perfect nowadays with like anesthesia and stuff. So I'm hoping all the kids kind of survive and wake up. I'm counting on maybe one or two of them to unfortunately maybe die, because like I said, it's not like an exact science, especially at this point in time. Hopefully I can get them all through it though. Yeah, this is confirmation that the drug was used on these guys, which is good. I assumed it was after last episode. But yeah, I also imagine this is a huge stress to do on kids. Like, the survival rate would be even lower, significantly, because they're kids. I'm kind of scared to see what repercussions could come of this as well, like side effects and such. Because it's a powerful thing to kill someone and bring them back like this. Not the fucking time, Jinshi. Jesus. Literally like reviving people right now. But as I was saying earlier, he's not really going to have much opportunity to do this in the future. And yeah. Okay, nice way to start this episode after the depression that was the end of last episode. We got some kind of festival. New Year. Yeah, I do assume this is a busy time of year for these. Ooh, she's the new empress, is she? Yokio. That's cool. That means she has to like move, or nice. Yeah, definitely not. Rude as well. What happened with Lacan and his son? I want to know. She's back at the pleasure district. Yeah, I'm glad this kid survived. I like him a lot. And they all did survive. Nice. I almost think that's a bit of a miracle. I mean, it could be seen as a miracle anyway, the drug, but it's a miracle that every kid actually survived that. There was some side effects. I literally took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. Oh, really? That's kind of nice. Sure was taken by our duo as well. And considering all the babies our duo seem to lose over time, this is quite nice for her, isn't it? So guys, my nose is a little bit watery. Cho. Yeah, we see it there. He is a bit paralysed, isn't he? Sekiyu. It's one of those twins or triplets. It's an interesting name, that, isn't it? Sekiyu. Oh. Bloody hell, sorry guys. My allergies right now. Kicking in. It's kind of sad, honestly, isn't it? This girl just been left by herself after two best friends transferred out. Made. Nice. He's been transferred out as well. You tell me we're not going to see a lot of this girl going forward. I really liked her. Adorable. One for Shisui as well. Also, well done for her. Now she's able to write really well. That school done wonders. So yeah, it's kind of bittersweet. It's nice to see that she's succeeding. Shaolan, but yeah, it's kind of depressing, honestly, isn't it? She's one of the shining lights of this series, I think. In terms of like, she's adorable. She's so cute and innocent. So yeah, a bit of a shame won't seemingly be seeing too much of her in the future as well. Again, it kind of feels like this new kind of start in the next season is going to be not dark per se, but it is going to feel a little bit less kind of lively and so on again. It goes with what I said in the intro of maybe we'll be looking back at like season one and kind of looked like we took for granted all those kind of easier times. Yeah. You literally hear the coins in her pocket. Just like money, money. It's a good opportunity for the old woman. I don't think she actually made this promise. Oh, oh. I was expecting to talk about that moment in the whatever that was earlier on this episode. Oh shit. How awkward she looks. A vampire. Yeah, you know what? Kind of true. He is a vampire. So what the fuck were all those recaps about in the preview, by the way? We didn't have anything like that today. It was just a throw off the scent of what's happening, I think. For fuck's sake. Every time he tries to get somewhere, something. Again, it's annoying because, as I keep saying, we're gonna get less and less of these opportunities. Um, Fucking kids. Every time something pops up. I mean, it was to Mau Mau's want that something popped up in the frog kind of stuff earlier on in the season. Perhaps you could say that about what happened earlier on in this episode as well. Probably the case that Mau Mau wanted something to pop up as well. But right now, this kind of seems like a very nice, kind of perfect moment. Fucking kid who got a new name, which I forget already, is bloody kids. A lovely moment this was as well. I'm not sure why you go straight to biting the neck. That seems quite extreme, to be honest. For real. You're getting blue balled big time. Oh shit. She was hoping for the safety we was, I think. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, what better way to end off? And now just mixing up. Oh, she's laying on a lap. Okay, so I guess this is a little bit of a teaser, perhaps. We've got a minute and a half left. Ah, okay, so this is where. Excuse me? I mean, Shisui's definitely dead, right? Definitely. There's no way she's alive, surely. She got shot a bunch of times. Fell off a big old cliff. To be fair, it was snowy, but still, you don't just survive a big fall just because there's snow out. But this is literally her. What the hell is this about? Was this before, do you reckon? There's the hair clip that Mau Mau gave her. What the hell? How is she alive? And so this isn't before, this is definitely after she got shot. Tamamo. What the hell? So you're telling me she's now just going to live in a different region? Different continent? I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. I'm not really sure how to take it, to be honest. I'll tell you why I might not be a fan of that is because of the impact of the end of last episode. It was so hard hitting. This obviously takes a little bit away from that. It always does when you kind of like that syndrome of like when movies just like bring a character back even though they should be dead and such. Happens a lot in horror movies, of course. There's like 10 or 11 Friday the 13th movies. At some point he did like become a zombie, but yeah, for a few of those he just kept coming back as a human, which is crazy. It does kind of take away a little bit of that impact. I mean, it still had that impact during that episode, to be fair, but now it's just like you look back on it, it's like you survived that. You survived getting shot at least 2 times for sure, like at least 2. I remember seeing at least 2 gunshots in her. And it's not even like the case of perhaps those gunshots might not have been fatal, but the lead poisoning and such from those would also, like, there's plenty more complications than just the fact that she got shot, if you know what I'm saying. Like, someone would have had to deal with the wounds and stop the infection and get all the pieces of shrapnel or whatnot out. Again, I'm not 100% sure how the guns work during this period, but there was a high chance of her dying, not even just from the gunshots, like the fall as well. Yeah. I mean, this kind of feels like one of those things that's just like thrown in here to make people that really love Shisui glad that she's not dead, if you know what I'm saying. But perhaps there's more to this. Perhaps there's stuff that I didn't kind of see during the last episode that would have suggested she's alive. We did have a shot of something shining in a bush at the end of last episode. So are you telling me that preview we had with something shining in a bush was this hairpin, and that was what was shining in the bush. It was actually Shisui in that bush. Again, everything we saw in the preview we didn't actually see today. So it really wasn't much of a preview, was it? It was more of a kind of tease, I guess. Well, that's what a preview should be, but you guys know what I'm saying. It didn't actually show us anything that we usually kind of have in a preview. But yeah, I'm not sure how to take this. I'm happy that she's alive. It's also another one of those things of, yes, I'm happy she's alive, but she's not going to be in the story any longer, is she? She's seemingly moving continent over the vast sea, and she just can't be kind of seen as alive as what we saw last episode. She kind of became like the villain. She wouldn't be able to live in this place. She wouldn't be able to live a free life in Asia anymore, I assume, or China or Korea, wherever this is set. I think it's China, isn't it? Yeah. So it's not even like the case of, oh, awesome, she's alive, and we'll be seeing more of her. Oh, awesome, she's alive, and just like as if she was dead, we still won't see any more of her. So yeah, again, I'm not really sure how to take this. Again, it's a little positive, but on the overall, I think I'm quite negative of this, to be honest with you. Again, there could be more that I'm missing here, and we could see more of her, but yeah, almost, I wouldn't say it feels cheap per se, but it does feel a little bit like that. It just feels like you've kind of thrown us a bone a little bit. Like, here you go, you wanted it, you wanted her to be alive. You were so depressed she was dead. Here you go. Feels a little bit like that. But yeah, for the most part, I really enjoyed this episode. Nice seeing the kids back to life, which is awesome. I'm a really big fan of the kid with the missing teeth. I forget his new name, Chowo or something like that. But yeah, I was a big fan of him during the episodes with him in it, so I'm glad that he's Mao Mao's little assistant, which is really cool. Fortunately, he wasn't too handy during that segment at the end. Blue Ball and Jinchi for the second time this episode, and the third or fourth time in this season. But well, he got Blue Ball for the fourth time, not from the kid specifically, but yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, some really awesome scenes with Jinchi and Mao. I think that was definitely the highlight of the episodes for me, to be honest with you. These kind of moments between the two I thought were really adorable and cute. Again, I can understand how you might find that creepy, but again, I think you just perhaps need to look into it a little bit more. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Lovely way to end off the season. And for the again, I'm a big fan of Shisui. I love her as a character. I think she's lovely. For the people that really hoped that she was alive, again, it's not the case that I was hoping she was dead or anything, but I guess that's a kind of nice way to end off as well, a kind of cherry on top of what was a really nice ending here. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode and this season down in the comments. Overall, I thought it was a really solid season. I think it was just, I think I did enjoy season 1 a little bit more, just because I think there was longer kind of stretches of this season that I was always interested in, but had less investment in than I did for pretty much all of the first season. I think there was slower parts to this season as opposed to the first season. But I think overall it's pretty much kind of like the same kind of, pretty much the same kind of level. So yeah, I enjoyed it about as much as the first season, which is hell of a lot. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys thought about this season in the comments. Thank you guys very much for watching the videos, and I'll be back whenever season 3 rolls around.